pretty much.
All right.
Oh.
Time for story, finally.
Sealed tower. Story at last.
The letters are worn and difficult to make out, but it's definitely the language of the High Entia. They look just like the lettering on Prison Island.
If only we could. Just walk inside.
This place.
Something up, Shulk?
No, it's just... I feel like I know this place.
Déjà vu.
I'm not sure, but... I thought I had it. I can't seem to recall.
Are you all right?
What? Must be tired. Don't worry.
This is Osse Tower. Built by the High Entia to house and protect the Monado. The ceremony of seers was conducted here. It is also where the Homs found the Monado.
Wait, you mean... So this is where the Monado was kept. My dad took it from here. Have you always been able to see the future? You told me you were from a long line of seers. Did you have the ability from birth?
Once, I too came into contact with the Monado. Those that are to be seers must touch the Monado, and a chosen few receive our power. That is the ceremony of my family.
And the ceremony was held right here.
Shulk, why do you think we can see the future?
I hadn't really thought about it. After I grabbed the Monado, I just saw things.
Your visions are the flow of ether itself. Ether is the very source of our world's existence. Where and how much ether there exists now and in the future can be predicted. Therefore, in principle, the future of living beings such as us can also be predicted. And there is one thing that makes possible the visualization of those predictions.
You mean... the Monado?
The Monado can disrupt the ether, allowing you to release certain powers, which means...
My visions, under the same principle, are there to disrupt the future.
With no one to control the outcome, the future will never change. But what if someone were to disrupt the future? What then?
The future would be changed. Is that how Zanza planned to defeat the Mechonis? But why go to such lengths? What happened all those years ago?
Did you think it was just a myth?
I used to only believe in what I could see. My home, my friends, the Monado itself. I knew those things were real.
But when you took the Monado in your hand, you gained the ability to see that which was not meant to be seen.
Are you saying I should stop?
You are a fluctuation. As a fluctuation, you exist outside the results of your predictions. The more you accept this existence, the more malleable the world becomes. In fact, you have no choice but to accept it. Good morning. Did we sleep well?
Oh, I can't feel my face or feet. What do you think?
Rhine not tell truth. Rhine snoring make Ricky think of Orluka.
Oi! I don't snore.
Sword Valley is just around the corner.
I was expecting more.
Yeah. So they're just gonna. He doesn't remember his parents or the party at all?
Guess not.
Oh, wait, what? They have to be good friends?
Guess so. Let me check the affinity chart between these three. Let's see. What is...
Well, he and Ryan are best friends.
Mm-hmm. He and Ryan are good buds, but not Charlotte for some reason.
Okay, what about Dunban?
No one likes Dunban.
He's...
Or Melia.
Or Melia. Oh, you need to get them on the team. That's the problem. You
I wanted to
insist on using
max.
these ones.
I wanted to max out every relationship, and then switch characters out accordingly.
Yeah, I'm disappointed that Shulk has no memory of his parents or what happened there.
I think it's for a good reason, but I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm. And also, Elvis talked about it being a ritual to become seers. Required you to touch the Monado. Did the other ones touch the Monado and die? Is that the consequence for being unworthy?
Judging by the fact that Elvis was talking to what's his face, is that Zanzibar?
Zanza?
Zanza. I was way closer than I ought to have been.
Which one was Zanza?
The giant.
Oh, right.
The purple
Giant.
naked man.
Mm-hmm.
Whose modesty was only saved by his egregious pubes. The fact that Elvis was like talking to Zanza means Elvis is probably old as heck.
Maybe he killed everyone.
I'm putting Elvis and what's his face, Handlebar Man.
Handlebars?
Who's the
The other machine guy?
No. The
Dickson.
Dickson, there we go. Dickson, Elvis, and Zanza. I'm putting them in cahoots because remember how Dickson said he was like he said he was specifically like misleading everybody? Shulk and Elvis cousins or something.
I don't think that the ritual occurred at the same time.
No. What? Dickson doesn't have a big mustache, though. I thought he had a handlebar mustache. But maybe that's just because he looks like a biker guy.
Oh, look at those Orlukas. They have crystals on their back, and they're purple. They have some cool armor.
Crowley Slobos.
Wait, why are they called Slobos? Oh, is it... Do they have... They have pig heads.
Yeah, they got big old pig faces.
But they use the body type of the Orlukas.
Yep. You can give items to characters to boost affinity. Don't see the affinity events. But that's a slow process. Yeah. I probably should. We just haven't had a whole lot of luck with the affinity events. That's a good point, though. All right, let's switch the party around. Who do we?
I'd like to use Melia more.
Okay, let's do Melia and Dumban. We gotta go for the. We need the ladies.
Right, because if they can become best friends, then we can prove to those little girls that friendship between women is possible.
Yes.
Your feet are cold.
Yeah.
Also, I'm hungry.
You wanna find a snack for us? Do we have snacks?
Nah, the only thing I can think of are those do-si-dos that are sitting out there on the
You wanna
shelf.
go grab those?
Yeah, but at this point I think I've eaten 4 today. Or 3. Which is so good.
They're very good.
The oatmeal crackers, the peanut butter. But alas, once they're gone, that'll be the last of the Girl Scout cookies. Because we've gotten 8 boxes of them. Now they're all gone.
Probably fine. Let's see. No, never mind. Not that good. You're gonna go get the dozy dos? Is Hunger Days. That was medium equip. Lower tension. Heavy armor. I don't think we care about like half this stuff. Let's see, what does he have? And I'm assuming she has next to nothing. Oh. Finding rare crystals from deposits. Whoops. Let's see, what can he even get? No, I don't think it's that. I could be wrong. I think it's just the new filter has a scent to it. You keep pulling my blanket off. And it's cold. Okay, so what does she have? Ooh. Anybody else have that with Shulk? Yes, he does. Oh, we already have that. Okay. What is up, Shell?
Num num. Num num. That's what.
That is fair.
People are bringing up the counterpart of Girl Scout cookies being the Boy Scout popcorn. I'm not much of a popcorn person.
Yeah.
My brother and my parents love it. My brother most of all. I think it's because my parents had one of those very old 1980s or 1970s popcorn makers. It's for air popcorn where you pour some of the kernels into this cylinder and there's this little plastic chute at the top that sort of curves over and it essentially boils everything with hot air and then it pops everything. And when the kernels pop, they get pushed to the surface and then they kind of fall out into a bowl that you have beneath it.
Oh, come on, bro. Oh, okay.
And it was fun to munch on popcorn every now and then, but I found that kernels always got stuck between your teeth and it there were always those ones that were too hard that you would almost crack your teeth on. And if anything liquid got on them, then they would get soggy. And, you know, a favorite topping is butter. But you couldn't let a particular one get too soggy in the butter.
Oh, there it is. Summon Earth, finally.
You were in Boy Scouts. Did you
Yep.
sell any popcorn?
No popcorn.
No?
Mm-mm.
I would think that the one thing that would be good for popcorn would be, say, the candied popcorn, the caramel popcorn, or whatever they're covered in.
Hmm. Let's see. I never really got into, or I never really had to do popcorn sales. I did have to do, wreath sales. But that was, like, super awkward, because a lot of the people in my town were not Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And the, I'm going to say the demographic, a lot of people were not super into Christmas wreaths, and the whole holiday wreath situation didn't go over that hot with people. So I, more often than not, would actually not walk in, but I'd ring a doorbell, talk to somebody, and they'd be like, I don't celebrate Christmas, I don't want a wreath, and I'd be like, sorry. And it was just that kind of story over and over and over again. I felt so bad about it, because it was just like...
For our Washington, D.C. trip, we had a coupon book for things in our town.
I've definitely had the
selling.
coupon book before. That didn't seem like the worst idea.
The coupons were actually pretty good. But it's funny because in the last 5 or 10 years, you would think culture has shifted so that we even had to put up a no solicitation sign up on our house.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are getting too many door-to-door salesmen.
I think in general, I would prefer that we move away from that kind of thing anyway.
I still wish we didn't have an ice cream truck going by every single day.
Yeah. That's certainly obnoxious.
Oh, it is. It is. Because you don't hear it just when it's passing in front of your house. You hear it when it's rounding the corner, going up and down the side streets, coming around. And sometimes they even have the audacity to park right outside, wait for maybe a minute or two, and then they leave. And I feel that you shouldn't be advertised to in your own home. Sound is something that you cannot ignore. It's something that you can't insulate yourself from. Unless you're wearing, say, noise-canceling headphones or something to muffle them. But you shouldn't have to in your own house. And also, I just think it's absurd to have vehicles going around advertising things to sell. If people want something, they'll go to you. People are saying, okay, your ice cream trucks have a bell that they ring every once in a while. No, ours is a continuous blaring electronic jingle. And it is on constantly. And I hate it. I wonder if the person who drives that every single day just hears it in their head while they sleep or doing their normal day-to-day activities. Because I start getting phantom jingles in my head, even long after the truck has departed.
I'd
And
assume
I hate
that
it.
just don't have a choice. Like, it sucks, but for some people that is just their job and they don't really have a whole lot of else.
That Mechon.
Whoa, a Mechon. Oh, no, it's her. Fiora.
It is you. Hey, that's Fiora!
Young heir to the Monado. We meet again.
Fiora!
Fiora? Is that my name? Then you know this body?
So it's true. You really don't remember us at all. Fiora, listen! If nothing else, you must remember your family. That's Dunban over there.
Family? There is family. Wielder of the Monado. There is a matter I must speak to you about.
Fiora!
Ah!
What was that?
Yep, it's her.
Metal face. Stay alert.
You killed my father!
Get him! Get away from her!
Now, let's all calm down. If I slip, I might mess up her hair.
You.
You're disgusting!
Would you be so kind and hand over that dangerous toy you have? I could take it after I smash you all to a pulp. But we wouldn't want that, would we?
All right. You can have it. But only if you let her go.
There's a good boy. Always eager to please, Shulk.
But you're...
How's it going, Dunban?
Is that...
Munkar. I thought it might be. But... you're to blame for all this.
I can't tell you how badly I wanted this sword. Has this puny boy even figured out how it works yet? What are you willing to do? Would you even kill a Holmes to beat us?
You dare ask that of us? Why did you betray us to Mechonis? Why did you kill our friends at the colony? Why?
You want to know? Because it's your home.
You piece of...
Stay where you are. That thing works by remote, so unless you want me to put a hole in her neck... So what's it to be, weaklings? Grovel at my feet and beg?
We will not bow to you!
Really hit bad guy in face!
You'll pay for that, princess!
You're a traitor, Munkar, and you're not getting away.
Well, that was quick.
So they're not integrated so much as it's just a mech suit.
He's a full Mechon though.
Well, it looks like all that remains of his physical form is his face. Or at least his organic form. But yeah, the whole torso and everything with the ribcage and internal organs and everything missing, that's... Yeah, he very well could be completely mechanical from the neck down.
Let's see. Much I can immediately do to him. Yeah, it definitely seems a little bit more mechanical.
It was interesting though because he had been surrounded by a bunch of those Mechon that laser sighted him. Did they just capture him and make him into this, or?
Yeah, I don't know.
And maybe they promised that he'd be able to get revenge, able to cast on Ben.
Doesn't look like I can stack multiple status effects here. Oh, that's a problem. On the plus side, we're knocking him down a bunch.
Mm-hmm. Are these mind blasts?
Yep.
Ah, that's what she had used on him initially. Hopefully when the mechs fell over, that blade didn't hit Fiora.
I wonder if Fiora actually joins, or
It looks like she might
Fiora?
join. Yeah, she might join the party.
Huh. Yeah, at this point, we are well past my knowledge of this story.
We had an extra slot for an extra character. I wouldn't be surprised if it's her.
It's true.
But it's weird. She was doing the whole, is that who I am? So she didn't really seem to have the Menace identity either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's see. Got poison. He is knocked down, which is good.
Oh, there's something with an exclamation point on it. Does that mean that you can use it to greater effect?
He's got break, but he's already toppled, so I don't think that's actually going to help that much. But yeah, because he is classified as a Mechon here. I actually do not have.
Oh, you would potentially need the Monado's power.
My entire party does 1 damage to him, with the exception of burning and knocking him over.
Mm-hmm.
You fought beside me! At Sword Valley! Why did you change sides? Why the Mechon?
You're as blind as you were then. I wanted you dead for years!
What's happening?
Is the Bionis moving?
I wanted to get to Monado so I could be the new hero!
Is that it? That's the puerile reason you killed all those innocent people! Ravaged our home!
I love this body! The power!
Ooh. Change to a back guard grip.
Gunlands, you'll never win! Get on your knees and worship me!
Never. I will strike you down and all that you have become, you wretched fool. The Monado will stop you, and then you will know the shame of all that you have done, traitor!
Shut your mouth and come on!
That light!
Another one?
Oh,
Is this Menace?
no.
What
I
the-
think that's the
Something
big bad.
Oh.
It's not like the other Mechon.
You are right, heir to the Monado.
Oh.
This is the strongest Mechon ever built. Controlled by me, Egil. leader of Mechonis, an agent of menace.
Leader of Mechonis? So you're the one who controls the Mechon?
I am he. We fight to free the world from the tyranny of the Bionis.
Why? Why do you transform us in machines? What do you want from us? Why make us fight for you?
Your questions do not concern me. I must return with this one.
Fiora! Get your hands off her! Fiora!
If you want her, come and get her. You are more than welcome on Mechonis.
Come and visit any time, Dunban!
Munka!
We're coming! And we won't give up!
Find us, Monado, sword of the Bionis. We will meet you on the battlefield.
Fiora! We will find you! Fiora!
That golden one, it looked like it had a lot of elements of the Hyentia tech. You notice how its back guard looked like the machines that we would fight in the catacombs?
Yeah.
Except turned upside down.
Fiora.
Shulk.
She's... Get it together, Shulk. We ain't got time to be hanging around here. I don't know what's happened to her, but that was Fiora. No doubt about it. You know what that means? She ain't dead. We gotta get her back. Get her back. Right. We've come too far to give up now. Then we'll go to Mechonis and find Fiora.
Just beyond there lies Sword Valley. The Mechon flew in the direction of Galahad Fortress. Fiora may be there. Will you pursue, Shulk?
Yes. We will get Fiora back.
Yep. You can't take Ryan seriously with those glasses. Neither can I, which is why I gave him. Okay, I'm gonna go back here. I
do like the headband that we have for...
I'm pretty happy with everybody's
Dunban.
visuals. I know Ryan's dumb glasses make him look hilariously stupid. That's part of the charm.
I still wish we could find something for Charla to wear that isn't super short shorts.
Oh, if they've got a star, we probably already have them. Find... Oh, Charla something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we also have any art points or relationship things that we can accomplish or no?
Probably. I'd have to look at a list, though, which is my main problem.
That or you get everyone up to max and then take them to one heart at a time.
Well, not quite max, just shy of.
Ah, okay.
Dunban looked totally badass in that fight with that armor. I really like Dunban's.
I really like Dunban as a character.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, he also has the long flowing hair.
So, how much do we want to work on Colony 6?
Oh, because we haven't... Well, it would be nice to reconstruct some things, but what will it do? Will it help with the Hom's preparedness for an encounter with the Mechons later?
So?
How integral is it to the plot? Or will it...
I actually have no idea.
Or will it give us access to...
I think it gives
new
us access
quests
to
and
better stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For people that know, should we bother? Yeah, there are some shops that'll pop up. Because my main thing is, I need resources that I don't normally have access to. Or that I haven't normally farmed for. Not the end of the world. But it's slow. On the plus side, everything dies real quick. And the loot is apparently real good. But yeah, we need to
I
get...
really like to look at the ground cover.
Yeah, they did a good job with it. It looks like they just kind of found an ivy pattern. All the materials can be bought with the time attack. Yeah, except for I don't want to do the time attack either. Oh!
You mean defeating
Wait a second.
the Nopon in the secret artifacty zone? Is that what they
Maybe
mean?
that's... Yeah, you can Google the items most can be traded from people. Huh. Oh, okay. I want to check one other thing. We go right here. Conversely, maybe this is easier than I thought. Because I know the prices for the really good stuff from this guy are high, but what about the just really basic materials? Trade items.
Ammo? Festival?
Wait, he doesn't sell... He doesn't sell any... I mean, he sells clothing stuff for skins. But it doesn't look like he trades for materials, though. What you can do is do time attack trials. And these will get us stuff like the glasses.
Oh. The walls have eyes.
The wiki has them listed as being available from him. Okay.
Must be high up in the clouds. Watch this be the tippy top of the Bionis' head. The spike.
But if I can trade for this stuff, maybe it's... Maybe it would be easier to trade for these. Trade. Okay. Yeah, it's a 20% drop chance. Or we can just go to Frontier Village and potentially trade for them. Oh. You have to enter the time attack portal on Prison Island.
Oh, interesting. Wait, is she doing a spinning kick?
Yeah. Where the heck is the time attack portal on Prison Island? Or is it like...
Well, remember how there are those intricate portals that were going up and around? I wonder if there's an exit, or an entrance for that.
Maybe? Wait, is that it? Over there? No. Oh, it's by a landmark you're not sure we can reach yet.
Probably not.
Ah.
Because we saw stuff up there, but we couldn't activate it. It had the gold... It had the gold and green machinery. I bet we get that when we defeat Eagle. You know?
Yeah.
Because Eagle has gold and green as part of his armor.
Could be. Okay. Because, yeah, the other thing we can do is find, like, Nopon to trade with.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to find a Nopon named... I don't even know what their name is. Let's see, what about books? Have we gotten all of these? At the very least, we have. I don't know. I am all in favor of just saying, screw it, let's just keep progressing the plot.
Let's go across the bridge.
At some point, we might just have to have a day where we're just like, oh, right, we actually need to do some of this stuff. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Where was the cathedral?
There's
on the
no
island?
warp points. I'm dumb. Fifth floor of the island by the entrance to the cathedral. Blah, blah, I don't know. Whatever. Don't care. We're just gonna do plot. We're just gonna do plot until it becomes a problem. Oh, you can mark them with the affinity chart. Well, that's handy. You know, Shelly, you taking your headset off is actually noisier than you eating a cookie.
Oh. Really, I'm sorry. Really?
Yeah.
Because of the mouse or the
Yeah, because the
being moved around.
Yeah. Because the
What if I grab this and twist it upright?
It's not as bad as removing it, but no, like the filters I've got on my microphones are pretty much strong enough that they will not pick you up eating a cookie unless you're particularly loud. Like it is surprisingly easy to quietly eat. I've eaten whole pizza, meals, and no one knew. It's mainly stuff like the crinkling bag that you have to worry about.
Oh yes.
Hello, beast.
Now there's only one more goosey down.
Yeah, it's all yours.
The thing is, I've already eaten 5 of these today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not that hard up for food. I am hungry. I could definitely go for some more noms.
Yeah, I'd make Japanese curry today. With the pearl onions. That was good.
Let's see.
I really like how the environments are prettier at night.
Yeah. We've been playing a lot of games that are just like dark as hell at night. And there's next to nothing redeeming about the like nighttime visuals.
But this has these crystals create these
It's so bright
columns
too.
of light, and the purple in the sky, and then there was that marsh that had the trees that were alight with all of those blue glowing, it almost seemed like spores or leaves hovering above them. But they were really pretty.
And then there was the Aerith Sea, which was just gorgeous as well. Daytime and nighttime. Bioluminescent swamp ass. Yup.
I wish there were more bioluminescent things.
Yeah.
Because you see those mushrooms and maybe glowworms or fireflies and such. But very rarely.
Oh, they fixed auto run.
Oh.
Or, no, I have to press forward. Okay, well that's better. I was having trouble using the auto run because it effectively seemed like you only could send your character directly forward. Dang. But no, I have to hold forward and then start turning. And that solves my problems. That's probably death. Let's see. Bet in the future there will be bioluminescent tattoos.
I mean, there aren't bioluminescent ones, but there are the blacklight ones.
Yeah, blacklight tattoos are kind of cool. That said, if I could have a, like... I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to have a tattoo that actually glow in the dark, because I feel like that would be a problem. Like, how awful would that be if you, like, had, like, a cool tattoo on your arm that just glowed constantly? And, like, trying to sleep, you'd have to have, like, a special sleeve.
It depends on how much light it gives off, but...
Conversely, that would be really cool for, like, laser tag or something.
I think that's why there's things like Glow Golf.
I still haven't done Glow Golf.
I haven't played Glow Golf either.
Unfortunately, I get the feeling that Glow Golf is going to be in short supply after the pandemic is over. By the way, I've been, like I said, I've been watching some more like YouTube videos and stuff of like other people, and a number of them actually have come up with like weird euphemisms for coronavirus. So instead of referring to it as coronavirus or, you know, the pandemic or something, like the Game Grumps were calling it the Backstreet Boys World Tour or something like that. But I missed the inception of that. So they were just talking endlessly about the Backstreet Boys World Tour. And I was like legitimately so lost. It's like, is there a world tour? Why would anybody be doing that right now?
I remember when the Backstreet Boys were in their prime. I even got some
they
action
were
figures.
Barely in their prime. They were like in their prime for 2 years. But they were like massively in their prime for some reason.
Oh, what the...
Is all that big sword? Oh, if he's, then ouchie ouch!
The sword of the Mechonis.
The entire valley below. The whole thing is its sword.
Something seems... unnatural.
What do you mean?
Look, that flowing light. From the way it glows, it has to be ether. But it looks like it's being drawn in by something.
By the fortress. It should just be up ahead.
Father once told me that the Mechonis absorbs the ether of the Bionis and uses it for sustenance.
So the Mechonis feeds off ether? Then undoubtedly the ether serves as the Mekon's energy source as well.
We deduced that already. So are we kind of working our way down from the wound to the sword?
Yep.
Can you look up for a moment? Or around? Yeah, so that's the fortress. Huh.
Yeah, not much to look at with these valleys. Not yet. There's a good view for you, though. Might have to pull out Shulk for this one, though.
Because of all the Mechons that we're going to be facing, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks so big, even from this distance. The fortress must be enormous.
Galahad Fortress. The frontline base of the Mechon. The Mechon that attack Bionis must all come from here.
Then... there's a high probability that he's there. The golden Mechon that took Fiora. We're about to enter the Mechon stronghold. If there's anyone who wants to turn back now...
Shulk, friend should no split up. No leave friend behind. Ricky's scared, but Ricky won't go too.
Ricky.
He's right. Okay, let's go.
Yes.
Huh. Backstreet Boys weren't artificially promoted per se. They were kind of like the Monkees. They were cast and given roles to play. Interesting. Yeah, I've never really paid too much attention to the Backstreet Boys because it... Wow, cutscene after cutscene.
What's that?
A supply convoy. It would be most unwise to proceed without restocking our supplies.
You arranged this for us. Hey, it's...
Ah,
Dickson!
Looks like you lot have been having fun without me. Heard you took care of that faced Mechon. What are you doing here? I got wind of some allied force coming together a few days back. I stepped up as the representative of the Homs. Then a little birdie told me you lot were heading for Galahad Fortress. So I thought I'd drop by and say hello. I've got a whole stack of new equipment. Want some?
Yeah! I was hoping for some new stuff.
Hold it, Ryan. You know it's gonna cost you.
You cheap old man.
Okay. First and foremost...
New abilities?
Yep. For a number of the characters.
Brave shoes. Amethyst boots.
Dang, those are really good.
An engineer belt.
Yeah, I haven't exactly updated anybody's equipment in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I ever went back.
Ooh, heavy armor? What is that?
We already have heavy
Okay, you
armor,
already
I
have
think.
every... Okay.
I don't think we ever went shopping in the previous location either.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Anti-Mechon rod. Yeah, that's better. That's not really that much better.
Oh, I was hoping that they would actually have some anti-Mechon abilities, or...
It would be
a
nice
way
if
to
it actually
punch
made it
through.
so they could hurt them. You know, at this point that the technology is enough. But no, of course not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what?
You need to have the MacGuffin power.
We do need to have the MacGuffin power. Go back to Vok Mountain for a second. So I don't think I ever actually shopped at either of these. Oh, Dickson's weapons do allow them to damage Mechon. Ooh. That's super freaking good. I mean, now, why are you looking at me?
You should know why I look at you.
I did not fart.
No. You didn't.
Did you fart?
No. There's a pattern. I look at you when you say particular thing.
Mechon?
No.
Monado?
No.
Fart?
You're getting a little warmer.
I am lost.
I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay.
I'm having the last do-si-do.
There's so much dialogue. It's endless. There's so much stuff. Alright, there we go. What do you have to sell? Because yeah, I don't think I actually shopped at either of these. Not really sure if we're actually going to get anything better, though. Mainly, I just wanted those books. So, anti-Mechon weaponry damages Mechon, but it sometimes will do less damage. Currently, it does more, though, so I don't need to worry too much. I haven't exactly been updating my equipment. And also, there's something about not using Shulk for this playthrough.
That's another thing. If levels aren't necessarily the issue, it could be equipment.
Okay, so in that case, it's not as good. Let's see, what about the driver for him? It is actually worse. Okay, so rain staff for the anti-Mechon
I do
stuff.
not know why chat's talking about if a mother or a father is the elderberry or the hamster. Don't know what the saying is from.
Can I get her the anti-Mechon? Excuse me, sir? Oh. I never got it because it was a heavy downgrade.
Yeah, don't. Why would you do that?
So we can actually do damage to the Mechon? Or maybe it's actually not important for her. Her doing damage is not...
She's a healer, so I...
Yeah. Yeah, so...
Oh, Monty Python. I've only seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and I think a little bit of The Story of Life or whatever.
Life of Brian?
Life of Brian. I think it was just the scene with the people eating at the table, and that was enough to deter me from watching the rest of it. Or I shouldn't say deter, but to dissuade.
Life of Brian was a weird movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I get why people like it, and there were definitely some really funny moments. But it was definitely one of those movies that, like, if you're not into it, going into it, you're just not going to enjoy the process. And I can't blame you. I remember my parents rented it from the library. I guess borrowed it from the library.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we were watching it. And I was so bored. Start to finish. That I just left. I think midway through. So I guess not start to finish. And I never made it. Yeah, it didn't appeal, no matter how hard I tried.
Whereas the Holy Grail had the whole business with the knights and King Arthur and...
Mm-hmm. It was funny. There was kind of a consistent plot that you could stick with.
There was, yeah, the Black Knight, and there was the... What was it? The bridge with the... What's your favorite color? How, you know, how swiftly can a pigeon...
Yeah.
Yeah, those... I don't even remember the whole joke necessarily. There was the whole witch thing at the very beginning, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
The monks that were smacking themselves in the head.
And a lot of it was just pointless stupid, but like...
Definitely. It was more slapstick. The rabbit with big pointy teeth.
And maybe part of it is like you really just did not have to think about it. Let's see. Is recovery up?
Along the same veins, I wonder if it's a... You know, I wonder if that type of comedy film is outmoded. I haven't seen very many of them. Because the only other films that are in those veins that I can think of would probably be Mars Attacks. And then Spaceballs. And
I think it's because it's really hard to write those.
Anything by Mel Brooks.
Yeah. I think it's really difficult to write that kind of thing. And a lot of people will just kind of bounce off of it. If that makes sense. Okay.
Then people are talking about the knights that go knee. That's the thing. It's almost as though they chalked their films full of very quote-worthy phrases. That would you describe it as some of the first memeable content?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I quote Monty Python not infrequently, or at least.
Then, you know, there's Princess Bride, where you do the, you know, the rats of unusual size, or the... People will sometimes say the... You don't try to... What was it? Outsmart a Sicilian?
Yeah.
Things like that. And Mowage. And all those fun things. Yeah, Princess Bride, I suppose, can go into that.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good point, that Monty Python and Princess Bride and stuff were truly some of the first memeable videos.
And memes that weren't created to mock something that was taking itself seriously. They weren't taking themselves seriously, and they wanted to have these jokes that people could remember and latch on to.
Yeah. You all ready? Let me know what you've been up to. Looks like you've been through a lot. Tell me about it. Tell Dickson what has happened. I'm not ready, actually. I need to pee. Oh no.
Fiora? You mean Dumban's sister?
Yes.
So that's why you're all looking so down. I can't believe they're sticking homs into those faced Mechon. Looks like they weren't just eating us.
They made Mumkar into one. He was the one who attacked Colony 9.
Oh, and there was me thinking he snuffed it in that battle.
Aren't you surprised?
That he attacked Colony 9? I don't know what drives those Mechon. I've given up trying to figure them out. It don't surprise me one bit. Still, Mumkar as well, eh? Things are getting interesting.
Sorry?
Oh, nothing.
Interesting.
It is time for us to return. I would like to continue providing assistance, but my help is required in assembling HOMs for the Allied force. There are also my duties as seer to consider.
Then I'll be off too. You lot should be alright getting Fiora back. In the meantime, we'll be getting ready for battle.
Thanks for coming this far. We'll be fine. We can handle ourselves.
Galahad Fortress is a key position for the Mechon. You can't just rush in, all guns blazing.
Agreed. We will infiltrate via the ether inlets. If I'm right and the Mechon do feed off ether, then we're sure to find some form of influx channel. Our objective is to reach one of those channels.
Don't go dying on me, Shulk.
I won't. You take care as well.
Cheers.
Looks like it's just us.
Right. We head for the hilt of the sword. Galahad Fortress.
Okay.
One year on. Now, at last, we will seize our destiny. Isn't that right, Shulk?
One year on. Oh.
Is he just always naked?
And he
So
probably
another
likes
has
this.
appeared with the ability to wield the Monado. But why would Zanza release the Monado? He surely knows it would become a double-edged sword. Yet he relinquishes it to that mere child. And a face escaped my control and acted alone. Now that the Monado has been freed, it appears the usefulness of the faces has come to an end. Although, perhaps there are still things to be learnt from having them challenge the boy.
I need to be. I will return.
Anything I should do, or worry about...
Melia's a bit tougher, but yeah, you could probably just charge. Well, unless you hit plot. I don't know. I'll hit cycle to record at least.